Right, so DC5 Integra Type R. Kingsley, good sir. How are you? I'm good. So, yeah, do you want to talk us through your car?
Yeah, so it's,
I'm putting you on the spot.
that's right.
Ladies and gents, we've got a car review today, basically. So, this very nice chap has allowed us to take a look at this very, very nice Honda Integra Type R, which is, yeah, new for me. Front wheel drive. It's a bit of a beast. How much horsepower?
530 brake
You
horsepower.
have to speak up a bit, man. Come on, don't be so soft.
That's right. It's about 534 brake
Yeah,
horsepower.
534. Cool. And how long have you owned it?
Just over 2 years.
Just over 2 years.
Yeah.
Cool. Circumstances of buying it, because I know you were talking about you bought it off someone that built it.
Yeah, so I bought it from a chap over in Manchester direction. It was just his track car, really, and he unfortunately, like all these guys that sell the nice cars, they either deposit for a house or a wedding or something. But
Yeah.
So yeah.
Car guys, get rid of it, you know.
Fuckers. Poor guys. So yeah, I bought it off him. It was fully track spec. That was his track car. Yeah, it handled really, really well. I think it's about 250 brake, anyways.
Okay.
NA.
Yeah.
Spread. And it's just, I think within that year you got used to it and wanted a bit more out of it.
Yeah.
Speaking to the team over at Overkill Performance, and they were sorting me out with some exhaust modifications, and I just see a turbo sat on the side in the store, and I said, "That's a big turbo," and he's like, "Yeah,
It is a big turbo on this.
We give you good prices on these. We do good prices," and I was like, "Oh, really?" And that leads you into what we have here, a turbocharged K28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is the turbo on it?
It's a company over in America called VS Racing. They've got a sponsorship with them.
Right. Okay. So they just get them from them.
States.
Yeah. And you said it's ball bearing, didn't you?
Yeah, ball bearing based turbo. Very, very similar to a Garrett, to be fair. It's the equivalent of a Garrett T4, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's quite big. It's not the biggest, but it's more than capable for front wheel drive anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so then you started to sort of build it from there.
Yeah.
Right, and then so you've owned it for 2 years now, and this is a weekend bit of fun. What is it for you?
It is now, due to our fuel prices.
Yeah. Yeah, they are obscene, guys, in the States. You're catching up to us, but we've had those fuel prices for some time.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, no, I was dailying it for a while, to be fair. Even turboed, I was dailying it.
Yeah.
But again, like any build, as soon as you start modifying cars, you get like teething pains, really.
Yeah.
But a few teething pains, and it was off the road for a little bit with a couple of electrical issues.
Well, it was off recently, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because you were supposed to come down to a podium car meet, and unfortunately, what was wrong with it? What was the symptoms first, and then what was wrong with it?
So I mean, you automatically assumed it was a dodgy alternator
Yep.
because it wasn't allowing any charge for an alternator. Everything else was, the battery was gradually sucking itself dry.
Yeah.
We checked all the voltage meters and everything. There's voltage everywhere apart from the alternator. It wasn't creating any volts.
That's
So we
odd.
assumed
Yeah.
dodgy
Ultimately.
alternator.
Yeah.
Changed the alternator. No difference whatsoever. And long story short, plenty of parts changed, and it ends up being an O2 sensor. It's the way these guys have got it all set up. The O2 sensor's connected to the same fuse area as the speedo sensor, the camera frame sensor.
So it was doing a power draw, was it?
It was shorting out that fuse, and
Right.
then everything shut the bed.
Right. Okay. So talk us through the upgrades. Like, what does it have on it, which is not standard?
Almost nothing on its standard.
Almost nothing. Right. Perfect. Cool. Easy to talk through then.
So the wheels are some Rays ultralights.
Yeah.
Wheels are very, very light, alloy forged.
Yeah. Love the Rays. Volts Rays.
Yeah.
Great. Perfect. Love it.
Obviously, like I think you've mentioned on before that on your channel and such, it's all well and good having a car with lots of power, but if you can't stop it, it's useless.
Yeah.
So we've got the standard calipers, which are 4-pot anyways.
Yep.
on
Yeah.
these.
Good amount.
But we've got not so much road legal. It says on the tap, not for road use.
Yeah.
PRB discs
Okay.
and PBS
Pads.
front pads.
Right. Okay. And have you done I guess better brake fluid as well?
Yeah, we've had PBS brake fluid as well, actually. mind you.
Okay.
I think,
Yeah. Good.
easy with that, yeah.
Steel braided lines.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
Nice.
all hoses are all braided everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think when I've had the works done to it. When I got it from the chaps originally, I had all the valve clearances done at Honda. health checks.
Yeah.
There's no rust anywhere. Touch wood, thankfully.
Yeah.
That I can see.
Yeah. Well, that's the killer of Jap cars, unfortunately.
100%.
Is always rust.
Well, see,
sadly.
Even your Vauxhalls, the partner's own Vauxhall Astras and XR Corsas. They're rotten worse than these are. So,
well, yeah. It's such a shame, isn't it? Such a shame.
England in a nutshell.
Yeah. England just kills off cars with its wet weather. Okay, and then the seats, because you've got
they're Cobra sport seats.
Yeah, and then you've got cage, like a half. Is it considered like a half cage, isn't it?
SW Motorsport, I believe, is the company. They've got a half bolt-in cage over there. They fabricate them in house. Nice.
Well, is it powder coated or painted? Because I see it is. It's different colour.
Yeah. It's I wouldn't be able to tell you, unfortunately. This was all in the car when I got it.
Right.
For its
Okay.
track,
Nice.
And as far as the engine and stuff, it's just a standard K20A engine, so standard internals.
Yeah. We're just pushing ridiculous horsepower.
Yeah. Well, apparently they're good for it. You know, in the States, I think they run them close to 700 brakes, standard internals.
Right. Wow. God damn.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, there's no point really. The car we initially designed the car to be set for about 400 horsepower.
Yeah.
So when it comes with 534,
it's good fun. And so, pros and cons. Talk me through the pros and cons of the car.
Pros. It's
a beast.
It's a handful. Yeah, it's fun. You certainly get an adrenaline every time you drive it.
Yeah.
Cons is the fuel consumption's quartered
Yeah.
since being turboed.
And so, what is the fuel consumption? If you just had to guess, because obviously, you won't.
If you're driving it on a straight road, like driving down to meet yourself, it's actually really, really good.
Yeah.
If you're driving chilling, maybe 30s.
I'd say that's bloody good for 500. Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, it's just because you're not pushing, you just coasting, aren't you?
Yeah, not in boost so much.
And as soon as you're boosting around town, you've got. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't
all the way down.
Yeah, if you're caning, you can see the fuel gauge drop.
Wow.
Like dramatically drop.
Yeah.
So it's just like an Evo, I'd imagine, mate. They're exactly the same.
Yeah.
Any 2-litre turbocharged lumps.
Yeah. And so other cons, like what is it that you need to get done? Because I know we were talking about torque steer, because obviously, front wheel drive cars, lots of power, putting it to the floor.
Yeah.
How's the torque steer?
So torque steer is quite bad, unfortunately. So this was originally set up for NA track spec, and I've had new suspension on there because at the same time getting the turbo done, we found that all the shocks are starting leaking as well. Their fluids,
Okay. Were they different anyway?
Yeah, they were like team basics, so very, very budget.
Yeah, okay. And what are on there at the moment now?
Again, unfortunately, because this all sort of snuck up on me as I was paying for the turbo, and I was like, God, I ain't got the money for this.
Yeah.
The guys at Exo Racing sorted me out an amazing price for these. It was such a wicked company.
Yeah.
Exo Racing. They sorted me out Tyne Advanced Street, so they're a lot more adjustable.
Yep.
More appropriate, really.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Nice.
But no, as far as what I need to get done on there, I do need a full geo setup on there. Corner balancing. Apparently, someone like Area Motorsport, very good.
Okay. Yeah.
Get that set up, and I need unfortunately still got the standards factory issued LSD.
Right.
Honda.
Yeah.
So it's done 122,000 miles on a standard internal diff.
That's not too bad with that power in that, then, is it?
Yeah, and that's it. And it's running like well over 2 times the power it had.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna need a new diff.
Yeah.
I've been recommended by the guy who mapped it to get. There's a company called Cusco.
Yeah, Cusco, great. So I've got Cusco parts on the Pulsar, not performance parts. I've got a oil catch can and I've got strut tower braces to go on as well. Cusco's good, very solid Jap brand, very good stuff.
And that's it. I think he rates them over M Factory, and I'm sure M Factory are absolutely fine as well.
Yeah.
But he's had experience on the tracks. And
that makes sense.
Yeah, he rates them. So
and it's so you said it's been mapped. Is it factory ECU?
No, it's a Hondata K-Pro V4.
Right, okay.
Yeah,
okay. And that's fine, is it?
Yeah.
It just works. Is it a different ECU or is it like a chip that they add to it? Because I don't know. My Honda knowledge isn't massively great.
Okay, don't quote me on that.
You don't? Okay, well, we'll look into it, ladies and gents.
It's a whole entire new ECU though.
Right, okay.
So whether or not it's got Hondata stamped on the ECUs, if you ever see them.
Okay.
Whether or not that just means that it's just.
It might be a swap over where they then chipboard it and then send it back to you. Because I'm guessing you sent. The old one would have been sent off and the new one sent out. Right, okay, yeah, so it's probably a chipboard. Similar to a Nistune in some regards then. An additional board is attached to the ECU that then allows it to be mapped and programmed from there. Interesting. Yeah. Okay. And gearbox.
Standard
gearbox running that
DC5
much power.
Gearbox.
That is amazing.
So no synchro issues.
Yeah. No, it doesn't pop out of gear. No skipping gears. Literally nothing.
No, so we've got a hybrid racing V3. I think it's a new one. short shifter in there.
Okay.
And that does a really good job, to be fair, 'cause it's so short base that you can't really miss a gear.
Yeah.
The only thing I get occasionally, if you let your concentration lapse, is the amount of power this thing has in it. You assume you're in third or sort of second or third gear because of how well it pulls in the higher gears.
Right.
So occasionally you go to put it in a higher gear, you're like, no, I'm already in the higher gear. No,
that's a good problem to have, man.
Yeah.
That's a good problem to have.
Second,
I like it.
Third world country problem.
Yeah. And so talk me through Honda, what cars mean to you, I guess, and why you wanted the Honda specifically. Like, what is it that attracted you to this specific car, and what is car culture to you exactly? Like, what's your history with cars, I guess?
Well, like everyone seems to start off with one of your generic, either if it's the Corsa or a Fiesta or a Saxo or something. I was unfortunate enough to have a bluey purple coloured Corsa for my first one. Very lovely.
Love it. Yeah,
almost
good.
as old as I was. I think it was a P reg.
Yeah,
but it's fine. Everyone has to start somewhere.
Yeah, of course.
And I've never really into the cars. I love the the Fast and the Furious games and stuff. And your EK9s and your Hondas and your Jap cars in there.
Yeah.
And I've always loved them. I love the look of them. Love the sound of them.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if anyone ever told you about Hondas, it's basically the nearest you can get to a motorbike.
Yeah.
Other than, like I say, a rotary engine.
Yeah, because of the revs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're completely right. That's a good comparison. I like that.
Days. And it's just the screen they're making, that VTEC crossover.
Yeah.
Screaming up to 9,000.
Yeah.
I've always loved them, to be fair, and I unfortunate enough to crash my old Corsa that I had from there, and the next car I saw local to me was an EK3.
Okay.
An old shape, like a 1995 shape Honda Civic. Amazing cars, amazing handling cars, and this one had been played around with substantially as well.
Substantially.
Yeah, substantially.
It was fast.
Well, I think you'd even had the gearbox mapped in, man. So
wow,
it's a 5-speed gearbox, and you maxed out the engine speed in third gear, so you didn't do fourth or fifth.
Wow. Okay.
Just revving it all day long.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get into it.
So from there, I guess you started to like Hondas.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And unfortunately, being an idiot in this country, I was the fuel efficiency was quite bad if you tanked it, and I assumed a diesel would be better. Not around Milton Keynes. No, not around anywhere with roundabouts. Diesels are awful. So that was a mistake.
Yeah. Would it be fair to say this is a dream car for you?
100%. Yeah. It was, when I'd had the opportunity to buy one of these, it was a choice between this, the older DC2 models, and the EK9 Civic Type R, which is Japanese import again. Yeah. And it was just a case of
something very unique about this shape. Integra, though, I think the Integras are Civics are nice. Integras are special. I think there's the difference. Civics are nice. Integras are a bit special, especially like you don't see them in the UK that much. They're quite a rare car.
I wish I could say that.
Do you really? I don't see that many, man.
It's around Milton Keynes, I think we've got a fair few of them.
They've just all been imported to Milton Keynes.
Taste.
True.
No, it's just a bit. Nowadays, as you get older, you start worrying about parts and costs and availability to find parts. And the older engines, the old B series engines, so hard to get parts for. Yeah. And the K series has got such a wide variety of modifications, like turbo parts, forged parts.
Yep.
And there's
good aftermarket.
Yeah. So. It's a no-brainer.
Exhaust. What exhaust does it have?
So when I got it from the guys who I bought it from, it has, and it still has, the full 3-inch solid fabs exhaust system. Yeah. It was a super silent system originally. So the first thing I had to do with that is get the cap taken off. Yeah.
That's all right. That's fine. Yeah. Shall we hear it then?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It had a silencer taken out, so.
Yeah. So let's hear how loud this is then. Right, so we're we're in the car now, very clearly. What we're going to do, we're going to head out into this, just do some driving shots, get a feel for it. It's a very loud car, internally and externally. We're going to swap over to the GoPro for a little bit here and hope that it works volume-wise. But failing that, you'll get a lot of exhaust noise and then some good reactions in terms of what it actually feels like. But yeah, we're going to pop out, and then I think I get to drive it.
You definitely get to drive it.
Yeah, it'll be good fun. Yeah, this will be this will be good fun. So anyway, we're going to head out now. I've got to leave this area because we just obviously revved a little bit. And yeah, so we're going to go out and get some driving shots. Yeah, they just break, or they have electrical problems. Yeah, my Audi's had awful electrical problems. Well, awful stuff.
It's always surprising when it's not a Christmas tree on the dash.
Yeah. The Pulsar's a bit like that at the moment.
Is it?
Yeah, sadly. Unfortunately, but never mind. So yeah, so clutch. What clutch does it have in it?
Competition stage 3 clutch.
That's interesting. I really like competition clutches. I've got so I've had a competition stage 2 in my old 350, and then I had a competition. I've got a competition stage 2 in the Pulsar at the moment because I obviously engine rebuild. I'm going to put a new clutch in it. Yeah. So sorry, no point changing that out when the whole thing's out. Might as well change that for a couple £100. Yeah. But so stage 3, it's not on and off. It's because stage 2 is quite on and off. They're jerky. It's all right.
It's weird. Like you can hear you can hear like when I take off, you can hear.
Yeah.
That is me just like being able to actually lever the clutch.
Interesting.
It's almost like the more revs you give it, the more on and off it gets. So it's more convenient as well. Because when you want to give it a shift, you want it on and off as quick as you can. It's a short shift makes it even quicker.
Yeah.
But if you drive it slowly, you can ease off. You can feel the clutch wipe and stuff. So that's right.
That went straight over there. Wow. Yeah, that's fast.
Yeah. It can end up being 90, so
were you short shifting there as well or not?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but that's still really fast. But even wow, yeah, that's good.
I think.
Oh, I know what you're doing. Keys. This is really tight. So yeah, really tight.
Right. But I know it'd be about right because obviously you're a big lad as well, so you're right.
Yeah.
This was pretty fucking loose.
Yeah, well.
This is the baby seat normally in it, man.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
So on the fob, you've got a section top left button on the fob. So the bottom right one now.
Oh.
Yep,
So press this.
Bottom right one. Yep. There you go. Now clutch down. Start button.
Really? That's weird, isn't it?
It's Japanese immobilizer systems.
Oh yeah, so the Pulsar's a bit like that. So 6-speed gearbox.
Yep.
So that 100% first, yeah.
100%.
Okay. I hate driving that. I mean, I like driving.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
What am I doing with this?
Elbow up,
how do you do? You're bigger than me.
No, I'm not.
You are. And how high up is the clutch on this?
You'll feel it.
Okay, right.
Yeah, you feel it.
Can you drive it without acceleration off the clutch, or is it all right?
Very, very much so, to be fair. Or a little bit of throttle when you're normally right.
Yeah, it's very. That's really sensitive, isn't it?
Yes.
The throttle response is really, really sensitive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, you don't need an awful lot. I think anything more than 30% throttle isn't needed for turbo boosting.
Oh, really?
That's right.
It's really sensitive.
Yeah. Yep.
That's gear.
It's a wrist throw. So 2 hands on the steering wheel.
Oh yes, yeah, that pulled, didn't it? And then the braking.
Very sharp.
Yeah, nice.
It's,
Yeah, good.
It's progressive. The faster you are, the harder it brakes.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
They're designed for tracks. Yep.
Cool. Yeah. This is a very, very interesting car to drive. I like the steering wheel.
Yep.
The steering wheel's nice. I like that. So that's it's literally £2,500 at bloody 25 mile an hour.
And obviously, if you put it in fourth, it shuts that noise up. It seems to chill out at 2,000. 2,000 is like coasting, chilling around times.
It's very rev happy, isn't it? It really wants to go at all times. Yeah, you can feel that.
Someone says, yeah.
That's third, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what's a good gear to pull in?
Fourth, third and fourth.
Really?
Yeah,
Fourth?
Yeah. Fourth and fifth.
Really?
Big pulls, yeah. Third is more squiggly.
Okay.
That was not even
It's not.
foot down, was it at all?
No.
I can tell.
Well, yeah, 'cause it's always difficult driving someone else's car because you're like, I don't know the car, I don't want to absolutely, rev the tits off it. You're like,
no, honestly, mate, I rev it like a cunt. Generally speaking, you speak to any Honda driver, they're driving like arseholes.
Yeah.
Because they have to be.
That's why you get a bad rap.
Yeah. Yeah, mate, just you squeeze your throttle on, squeeze it in.
Yeah, okay. I'm getting used to it a bit now.
It's just that progressive squeeze. When you plant it, it squiggles. Whereas you squeeze progressive.
Yeah. It really does want to pull around. It's interesting.
It tramlines like an arsehole.
Yeah.
Really, man. That's why I need like cornering setup.
Yeah.
Stuff done.
But it's nice. The seating position's nice.
Yeah.
I love the gauges are nice. Like there's something. It's all very.
Built for you.
Yeah. It's very. The Zed's a bit like this.
Yeah.
The Z is very driver focused. All very, very driver focused. It really wants to just pull off to one side.
It varies.
Yeah.
It does vary. Like the more you drive it,
A lot of it is you getting used to the.
Yeah,
to what
like
it
the
is,
counterbalance of it.
Yeah. It's very. This is really nice. I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, that's really good.
Like I said,
Those brakes are great.
Yeah, like the faster you go, if you need them.
Holy shit, they're really good.
Like, press them again now.
Yeah.
The warmer they get, yeah.
Yeah, they're really good. Wait, third, fourth?
Fourth.
Okay. You're right, like it's a combination of tramlining and torque steer